Hello and welcome to another episode of Heywood and stuff. For those of you that have subscribed, I love you. Alright, let's do this proper. Hello and welcome to another episode of Heywood and stuff. For those of you that have already subscribed, I love you, and for those of you that haven't, I'm about to. Today I'm going to be talking about the 10 things that I fucking love about my ADHD. In the description is a little timeline where you can check out the ones that you might be gravitating towards. I know what ADHD is like, and if there's one thing that can happen, it's that we can lose interest pretty fucking quickly. One thing that I like about having ADHD, One thing that I like about ADHD is the comedy value. It's sometimes quite funny how neurotic and perfectionism we are as ADHDers, considering that we find it difficult to get anything done. The fact that we actually do half a project every 6 months sporadically in between copious amounts of coffee and then almost have the cheek to want to be a perfectionist is something that is unbelievably baffling. Looking at the funnier aspects of the disorder really can go a long way, and it is quite important to stay happy. Fucking close to just holding this count, you know. Another thing that I love about ADHD, love is what I'm saying now, it's no longer just like, is the hyperactive aspect of it. Whether I've just had a carton of freshly squeezed orange juice and ice cream, some sweets, some sugar, some pizza, some chocolate and some crisps, or whether I'm just naturally having a hyper moment because I'm excited about something in the near future. These hyperactive moments that I have and I've always had since I was a dear young boy are quite euphoric, exciting, and something that I really do enjoy about the ADHD, even to the dismay of other people. When I have a hyper spurt, it can be like a bull in a china shop covered in custard. The hyper moments are good. They're good. Another thing that I like about my ADHD personally is the fact that it has given me a very fast mind. This helps me conjure up ideas, thoughts, and reactions and responses to other people very quickly. Makes me incredibly witty and very good at arguments. This isn't something that I've done for a long time because I'm a bit more zen than I used to be, but in the past I've noticed that I was quite good at arguments because I could conjure up shit, I could think of shit. I enjoy the hyperness internally. Say for example, if I'm doing rhymes, I like how my brain can quickly think of things to rhyme with something else. Dog, frog, log, zog, bat, cat, shat, tat, smitty, titty, shitty, witty, mike, bike, flike, tyke, light, kite, white, gike. Didn't say I was good. Something that I love about my ADHD is that my past self will leave presents for my future self. So I may have bought myself something relatively nice, and I will put it somewhere, forget about it, and find it months later. And it's just a nice little gift from the past, isn't it? I like that. I like losing things. I like losing things and forgetting about them and then finding them later. Silver lining. I enjoy being able to hyper-focus when it does happen. If there is something that I am interested in, or if I have a project that I am particularly excited about getting finished, I will be able to concentrate for hours and hours on end, often hyper-focusing, losing time. I personally enjoy these tunnels and tunnel vision, I guess because it makes me feel productive, and I'm sure there's a host of reasons why that's important, but I like it. I like it very much. Now, I must quickly add here that I am full of shit and just making these up as I go along. I find that a lot of people from the neurodiverse community are more empathetic, and I know that's a bit of a trigger word, but let me explain. I think a lot of people that are neurodivergent and have been aware that there's something a little bit different growing up and as an adult become a little bit more patient or a little bit more understanding of other people who may also be neurodivergent or think in a different way or be struggling. This is probably just due to having experienced the struggle themselves, and so you just kind of get a broader perspective and appreciation for what other people are going through. What a fucking cracking sentence. You know, I couldn't do that if I wasn't ADHD, you know. I haven't got anything written down here apart from a few poxy little notes. All of this is just coming out of my brain. It's just spewing out. Another thing that I fucking love about having ADHD is the ADHD/neurodivergent community. Is another thing that I really do love about the ADHD in my brain is the ADHD community. I like being able to talk to someone, finding out they have ADHD, and almost instantly having a connection with them, bonding with them. ADHDers, when they meet each other, there's so much overlap in what's a fucking word? A lot of ADHDers share so many of the same traits that I think you quite easily connect. It's very easy to bond with someone that's been through or experiences life in similar ways as you. This is not to say that every ADHD is going to get on, and the spectrum itself is very wide and there's lots of different ailments to the disorder, but I find that a lot of ADHDers are very quick to open up and express and talk about their lives with the disorder, and very open to talk about traumatic past events. I like that aspect. And that naturally just makes you feel like, you know what, I fucking love humans. I love the humans. What else do I love about ADHD? To an extent, I enjoy the binge eating. I'm very aware that this is something that I need to sort out. But in the moment, that initial excitement that I get, and it's probably not just binge eating, it's also like binge watching things, or I'm not sure if I enjoy that much. I'll tell you one thing that I do enjoy about ADHD. I love the contrasts that it has. I like the fact that there's so many contradictions within the disorder. To list a few, how we do best when life is structured, but our brains are so chaotic that to structure anything is a fucking nightmare. Our mind is more at peace when things around us are clean and organized, yet this is the complete opposite of what usually happens with an ADHDer in the room. We are exhausted and tired most of the time, and yet at nighttime cannot sleep. Can be painfully insecure and shy, yet overshare and talk a lot sometimes. I love the contradictions that ADHD has. It makes life interesting. I'm a big believer in contrast. I think it's what makes it good. What else? What do you like? What do you like about ADHD? What is it? What is it about your ADHD that you think is just marvelous? Tell me. I wanna know about your ADHD. I'm sorry if this feels like I haven't taken this video very seriously, but the truth is I've been setting up much longer than I anticipated, and by the time that I started this video I was quite tired. Please subscribe. It's very important to me, and I'll see you again soon. Yeah? Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay.